Okay, let me ask you this. Do you have any idea what percentage of employees right now are using AI tools
Yeah.
without telling their boss?
Yeah, and not just using them quietly.
Right. Sometimes even passing off the AI stuff as their own work,
Yeah.
basically hiding it.
Think about that. Is that just a few people messing around? Or is this something bigger, a
Huh.
huge kind of silent shift happening inside companies?
Well, our deep dive into the latest reports, it shows that 56, maybe 57% of corporate employees are doing this.
57%.
Yeah. They're calling it shadow AI.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than half the workforce operating outside the official rules. It's this massive disconnect.
That's why this conversation, this deep dive, is so critical right now. This isn't just another tech trend we're talking about.
Right.
We're trying to navigate maybe the fastest change in how we work ever. If you're just relying on headlines, honestly, you're falling behind.
So our mission today is pretty straightforward. We want to cut through all that noise, give you the essential info you need to actually handle 2025.
Right.
We're going to tell you exactly which job type faces an 80% automation risk, like by the end of next year.
And maybe more importantly, we'll pinpoint the one technical skill that isn't just, nice to have.
Mm-hmm.
It's reportedly landing people a 21% salary bump. Guaranteed.
Plus, we're going to challenge something most people assume is true.
Yeah, this idea that humans plus AI always equals better results.
Exactly. We've got research showing your input, your help, might actually be making your team's AI output worse.
It's counterintuitive, but the data's there. By the end of this, you'll grasp something fundamental about work's future that, frankly, 99% of people haven't really processed yet.
Okay, let's set the scene then, because this change, it's not small upgrades. It's a total rethink of work.
Totally.
The numbers are kind of wild. 91% of businesses are using some AI now. 54% are using generative AI specifically. And get this, the number of employees using AI frequently jumped 12% in just 1 year.
Wow. The speed is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's intense. It's like going from a quiet back road straight into peak LA traffic.
Or Mumbai at rush hour.
Exactly. It's fast, it's many, and you just can't ignore it.
So the stakes are really high. Doing nothing is probably the biggest risk you can take right now.
Absolutely.
Our goal here is to unpack the real data behind all this speed, help you figure out where you should be putting your energy, your skills, like right now.
Okay, let's dig in. Insight number one is what we're calling the Great Displacement Creation Paradox.
Right, the job loss fear. That's what everyone talks about.
And look, that fear isn't baseless. There's real displacement happening. AI already cut, nearly 78,000 jobs in 2025 alone?
Yeah, and hitting entry-level roles hard. Big tech, for instance, cut new grad hiring by 25%.
Ouch.
It is. But here's the other side of the coin, the paradox. The global forecast from the World Economic Forum. It says, while 85 million jobs might go away worldwide,
Okay.
0.97 million new roles are expected to emerge.
Wait, so net positive, 12 million more jobs globally. Globally, yes, a net positive. So the raw number of jobs isn't really the core problem here. We're creating value.
Okay, so what is the problem then?
It's the skills gap. The jobs vanishing, think repetitive data entry, basic customer service calls. They need totally different skills than the new jobs popping up.
Like AI ethicists or prompt engineers.
Exactly. Those roles require complex reasoning, creativity, technical know-how. It's a completely different skill set.
So it's not the number of jobs, it's the speed you need to switch gears. You can't just turn a data entry clerk into an AI ethics specialist overnight.
Precisely. The workforce needs to basically leapfrog its capabilities almost instantly, and that creates huge pressure.
Which brings us right to your second insight, right? The critical risk map and hidden disparities. Who's actually most at risk?
Yeah, if the transition is the danger, we need that map. So jobs fall into the critical risk zone if they have, say, 70 to 95% automation potential by 2025.
And the highest risk group?
Customer service representatives, they're looking at an 80% automation potential by next year.
80%. Why so high?
Because so many of their tasks answering the same questions, routing calls, basic transactions are, pretty easy for these new AI agents to handle.
Okay, and it's not just them.
No, data entry clerks too. The estimate there is 7.5 million jobs gone by 2027, but we also have to look at the structure, the demographics.
Yeah, you mentioned disparities. What's the hidden story there?
It's accelerating inequality. Our sources point to a really stark gender gap, especially in the U.S.
How so? Okay, get this. 58.87 million women in the U.S. are in jobs highly exposed to AI automation. Compare that to 48.62 million men. That's a 10 million difference. Why?
It ties back to historical job patterns. Roles traditionally held more by women admin assistants, certain data processing, bookkeeping functions often involve more standardized, repeatable tasks.
Tasks that AI is really good at automating.
Exactly. So when AI targets repeatability, it hits those sectors harder, effectively speeding up existing systemic inequalities.
Wow. Okay, that's sobering. Let's shift to Insight 3 then. You called it the collaboration myth and autonomous agents. What's that about?
Right. This is about moving beyond seeing AI as just a tool, like a calculator. We're talking about the rise of agentic AI.
Agentic AI. Explain that a bit. It's not like ChatGPT.
No, not quite. Agentic AI is different. It can plan, set priorities, manage workflows, make a series of decisions, mostly on its own. It's less like a tool you use and more like a teammate running point on a project.
Okay, give me an example.
While the sources mention Helsinki's virtual assistant, it's already handling up to 300 customer contacts a day, autonomously.
300 a day. So that's not just helping a person, that's replacing a chunk of the work.
Correct, end to end. And this leads to a really surprising finding from MIT that kind of flips the script on how we should use these agents.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What did MIT find?
Basically, that putting humans and AI together often doesn't get you better results than the best human working alone or the best AI working alone.
Hold on, you're saying sometimes adding a human check actually makes the outcome worse. How? Why would that happen?
Well, the research suggests a couple of things. One is human confirmation bias. If the AI spits out something plausible looking, we tend to just accept it. Stop digging.
No, okay, I can see that.
The other is intervention overload. If the AI is crunching millions of data points super fast, a human jumping in can actually slow it down, mess up the flow, or force it onto a less optimal path just so the human can check in.
So the big takeaway is collaboration only really works if everyone sticks to what they do best.
Pretty much. And in cases where the AI agent was already crushing it on its own, the research found human meddling actually degraded performance.
That changes everything about team structure then.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best move is just trust the AI and get out of the way.
It forces us to think that way, yes. Okay, so we've laid out the risks, the big shifts. Let's pivot. Let's talk opportunity, because this is probably why you're listening.
All right, the good stuff. How do we actually navigate this? Future-proof ourselves. Maybe even make more money. Okay,
Yeah.
Here it is. The 21% salary skill. Prompt engineering. It is, hands down, the hottest, most valuable, most in-demand skill for 2025. Prompt engineering. We hear that term a lot, but the money is real.
Oh, it's real. The sources are clear. Entry-level spots in the U.S. starting around $80,000. Experienced folks blowing past $200,000.
Whoa.
And globally.
Same story.
Hmm?
In India, the range is like $5,079,000 going all the way up to 35 lakhs a year. It's a hot market everywhere.
Okay, but why? Why does it pay so much? It's more than just asking good questions, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned a 21% salary increase for specific techniques.
Exactly. It's not just about asking, it's about how you ask. The big money comes from mastering advanced methods. 3 key ones: zero shot, few shot, and especially chain of thought prompting. Okay, break those down quickly.
Sure. Zero shot is your basic question. Ask and get an answer. Few shot is giving the AI a couple of examples first so it sees the pattern you want. But chain of thought, that's the game changer. You're basically instructing the AI to think step by step, to show its work before it gives the final answer.
Ah, so you're forcing it to reason logically, not just guess.
Precisely. It turns the AI from just an answer machine into a structured reasoning partner. The output becomes way more reliable, more valuable for complex stuff. That's why the pay bump is so significant. You're learning the machine's language to unlock higher value.
Makes sense. So AI fluency is key. But what about the stuff machines can't do? The human skills.
Crucial. Foundational skills now are things like digital fluency, obviously, but also collaborating across different teams, handling crises. That's the baseline.
Okay, baseline. But what are the premium skills, the ones AI doesn't touch?
Those are what we call the AI-proof skills. Creative problem solving, real emotional intelligence, adaptability, huge one, critical thinking, and ethical reasoning.
So those become more valuable, not less.
Way more valuable. They provide the context, the strategy, the why, the what-ifs. The nuance machines still struggle with. That's where human leadership really shines. Which leads to a pretty big problem you flagged earlier. The preparation gap. Yeah, this is alarming. The sources are really blunt. 50% of all employees need reskilling by 2025. Half the workforce.
Half, okay. But are companies stepping up?
Well, here's the disconnect. 77% of employers say they plan to reskill their people for AI. That's the intention.
Okay, sounds good.
But only 38% of companies currently offer any actual AI-related training.
Wait, 77% plan it, but only 38% are doing it. That's a massive gap. Why?
It suggests they just don't have the internal capability. Maybe they can't keep up with the tech changes, or maybe they lack the in-house experts to design good training programs. It's a real bottleneck.
And the result?
The result is that 70% of organizations admit they're struggling to get their workforce AI ready, so the burden falls heavily back on you, the individual, to figure it out yourself.
Man. Okay, before we recap, you had 2 more points showing how deep this AI integration already goes.
Yeah, really important context. First, the executive shift in power. The impact on business is undeniable. 82% of companies using AI report a competitive edge.
How? Like, what advantages?
Specifically, they're seeing 50% faster decision-making and reporting 11% higher profitability. Those are big numbers.
Huge. And that's building trust at the top. Massive trust. Get this. 44% of C-suite leaders say they'd override their own judgment based on what the AI suggests. Wow. And 38% are willing to fully delegate decisions to AI tools. No human review needed. The AI recommendation is becoming the new gold standard for strategy.
Okay, that's a huge shift in trust. But there's a dark side to that automated decision-making, right? The invisible bias crisis.
Absolutely. This is critical. If
Yeah.
you train AI on historical data and that data reflects past human biases, well, the AI just learns and automates those biases.
At scale.
At scale, exactly. And it's happening now. We're seeing biased algorithms in hiring.
Like what kind of bias? For example, some AI recruitment tools automatically screen out resumes with gaps in employment.
Oh.
That disproportionately hurts working parents, often women, or people who took medical leave. It reinforces old barriers, but looks like neutral efficiency.
And performance reviews, too.
Yeah, some systems might favor patterns like long, unbroken hours at the desk, unintentionally penalizing people with caregiving duties or those needing flexible schedules. And these biases are often hidden until someone does a deep audit.
So automation can actually accelerate inequality if we're not careful.
Very easily. Okay, so let's try to pull this all together. What's the bottom line for you listening?
Right, quick recap. First, this is happening incredibly fast, shown by that shadow AI. Over half the workforce is secretly using it already.
Sure.
Second, some jobs are at serious risk, 70 to 95% automation potential. Customer service is at the top with that urgent 80% risk by next year.
Got it.
And third, the key to navigating this, skills. Specifically, advanced prompt engineering, especially chain of thought, that's the skill linked to that 21% raise.
Combine that AI fluency with those irreplaceable human skills. Creativity, critical thinking, ethics, that's the winning combo.
But maybe one last thought to leave people with, something that really underlines how serious this transition is.
Yeah, there's a patch to all those new AI jobs being created, the prompt engineers, the ethicists.
What's the catch?
While we're creating hundreds of thousands of these roles, the data shows 77% of them require a master's degree or higher.
77% need a master's. So the barrier to entry for these new jobs is actually really high.
It's substantial. It really challenges the idea that displaced workers can just easily slide into these new roles.
So the real goal isn't just grabbing AI tools.
Mm.
It's a fundamental rethink of developing people's high-level skills right alongside the tech investment.
Couldn't have said it better. Has to be both.
Which leads to a pretty scary thought, doesn't it? If AI can already filter out job candidates based on hidden biases, what happens when these autonomous AI agents start drafting laws or setting financial policy?
Exactly where we're going next time. We're diving deep into that exact problem. How are governments, big banks, trying to manage the explosive, unpredictable growth of unsupervised AI, the systems basically running themselves?
And we'll share why top global ethicists believe there's maybe only a 5-year window left to get regulation figured out before these agents might become effectively uncontrollable.
You really don't want to miss that one.
Definitely not. Subscribe now so you get that next deep dive the second it drops. We'll catch you then.